Hi everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're new, welcome if you're a returning subscriber. My name is Chitra Moon. Today we're gonna look at what is your most attractive and seductive qualities. We have 5 beautiful images in front of you. Please feel free to choose more than one should you feel guided to do so. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds, but also feel free to pause the video. That timer for 5 seconds is going to start now, so choose wisely, and I'll meet you at your pile. Hello, pile 1. Okay, so if you're gravitated to image 1, this is going to be a reading. Before we get into it, a couple things to note. If you'd like to connect with me on any platform, including having a private reading with me, check the links in the description box. They are all there for you. If there's anything that you like about the reading, please don't hesitate to give it a like, comment. I love reading your comments. It helps the algorithm, but it also helps me as a reader to gauge to see what you guys want to see more of. So if you do feel guided and you feel like this reading resonates with you, please go ahead and like it. Please understand that this is also a reading for thousands of people. So not everything that I mention within this pile is going to resonate with just you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, pile 1. We've got a lot going on here. I feel like you're really cool. Like, I know that sounds so cliche and cheesy, but like, you're a real cool person, like, honestly. And especially if you're a woman watching, you've really got a lot of qualities that most women don't, okay? And I'm gonna get to them. Just give me a second. You know, I'm trying to process everything that's coming at me within this spread. But I just feel like, you know, you could be quite forward for a woman, you know, or just, you know, whoever's watching this, you could be quite forward. There could be something with the Ace of Swords. I feel like, you know, with the Tower and the Ace of Swords, there's a shock value about you, okay? There's a shock value. And it doesn't mean that you're crazy or that you're saying outlandish things, but you could be very abrasive when you speak. And I mean, to be honest, I have that as well, you know? It's funny, people always think I'm from New York because of the way I speak. And I'm like, no. I am not, but you could have that, you know, like there's a toughness about you. There's like, you know, like a no nonsense, no BS, like, you know, but it's attractive. It's attractive. And it's interesting because, you know, while there may be some people who can't handle it, honestly, secretly deep down inside of them, they wish they had these qualities, okay? The ability to speak their mind. I feel like you do it with precision, you know, with the Ace of Swords, this is precision. You've got a way about delivering that is maybe very short and sweet, not using much words, but you just know how to deliver it so that people can understand it. And you mean business, okay? You mean business. There could be something unpredictable about you as well. You know, that's very seductive. You know, please don't ever underestimate the power of being unpredictable. Just within human nature, this drives people nuts. I mean, you know, let's be real, being predictable, even though it's a great quality to be like that. And, you know, it's good to have that, you know, being unpredictable also keeps things spicy. I feel like you are very spicy. I feel like people don't ever know what they're going to fully get with you. You could be one way, one day, and then another way, another day. And, you know, you're just like completely you know, you're in your power. You feel your emotions, you feel your day, you feel people out. I just feel like you're just really real, but really cool. Okay. With the High Priestess as well too. Okay. For those of you who are new, if you don't understand kind of what's happening within this spread, I just want you to know I'm working between the tarot and also my remote viewing. So what I'm about to say right now, if you're wondering where the hell that's coming from, that's my remote viewing. I'm getting like the tongue. There's something very seductive about your tongue. Like, what is this? I don't know what this is. Like, can you do something interesting with your tongue? And yes, if you're like, well, you know, that's more, you know, maybe in the bedroom, it doesn't matter. Nothing is off the table with this reading. We're talking about also your seductive traits, but there's something very seductive about the tongue. And it could just be like, you know, metaphorically the way you speak, But it could also be that you could do something with your tongue, or maybe you have this way of licking your lips. I have no idea. But that's coming through. Like I'm just seeing someone's tongue. Wow. Also with the temptress, sorry, the high priestess, you could also be a temptress, a vixen. You just give enough, but it's like there's a mystery as well too. So I feel like there's a good balance with even the way you present yourself. You have exotic looks, but I don't feel like we're showing everything. We're showing just enough. And this could be that you really have your wardrobe down, like let's also not underestimate that, because some people just go overboard, or then they're the other way where they look like a nun. You know what I mean? So I feel like you have a play, what works for you. And this is also very attractive, is that you know how to like really play up your body and what looks good on you. Okay, another thing coming through with remote viewing is like, listen, you may think this is really crazy, or maybe no one's ever told you this before, but I'm seeing someone crossing their legs, and there's something about the way that you cross your legs that is hot. Like it's hot. And you may be like, really? Oh yeah. And I remember, this is a reading for thousands of people, but there's just something very attractive about the legs and the way that you cross them, or the way that you walk. It could be also that too, but I'm mainly seeing the way that you cross them. Now we have this card down here, communication, texting, phone calls, online. There could be something very attractive about your online presence. I'm getting like a lot of things coming through here. Just be patient with me. You could be very cool online. I don't care if it's your profile. Your profile is just really popping as far as like the color hues, or the way that you're just incorporating photos. You know what I'm talking about? Like let's call it what it is. When you're online, and it's like a portfolio, right? But you could also be an entrepreneur, or like you could have a business, and that online presence is just so attractive about you because you're taking control of your life. I mean, look at these two cards. You don't have to be brunette, but we got brunette, darker hair, intense and focused. And then we got communication, texting, phone calls, and online. Some of you could have your own business, and that could be what, makes you very attractive. And if you think that that is a common thing, it's not, okay? I don't know one person in my own life who's a YouTuber or has their own business. They just work for other people. And I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying this is your pile. So if there's those of you who are watching who have your own thing going on, don't underestimate that. That makes you highly attractive. There's something of like a go-getter attitude. Like I'm just reaching for the stars, and like there's no limit to what I can achieve. That also with the Ace of Swords could be like your drive. You've got an intense drive. It makes you like, honestly, it's admirable, like that you're just taking control of your own life and putting things forward. And maybe you're very creative, or maybe you just are really good online, maybe with your communication. Maybe you're a networker. Who the heck knows? Okay, I'm seeing piercings. I don't know if some of you have piercings, but these piercings are hot. And I'm seeing some of you may have some piercings that are being shown through clothing. And it's like, what is that? So I don't know if some of you have piercings in different places, that are, not the norm of where to have them, but this is also very attractive. Even nose rings I'm seeing, this is attractive. Let's be real. That's also like a different type of beauty. Not everybody likes it, but some people find that stuff really hot. Okay. And I feel like, there's something very unique about you. You don't have the average look. I don't feel like I'm seeing someone here who's following trends. Like you're completely independent with everything you're doing. And that could be even like the way you dress yourself, the way you present yourself, the way you speak. You're like an individual, and it's unique. Like I feel like when people are meeting you, it's like, I don't think I've ever met somebody like this. And they can pick up on it within 5 minutes of meeting you. Like even the energy as well too is very strong. You have, you may be a red aura. You might want to go back and watch one of my previous pick a cards on your aura, because I'm getting like a very strong aura. Like I'm seeing the color red, and you could have a presence about you that's very strong, but in a good way. Okay, some of you with your texting, I don't know, she's texting, that's catching my eye, but I'm seeing like you could be very passive aggressive with your text messaging, and that's also a turn on. So maybe you know how, like, you know, you could be unpredictable as well in your texting. Maybe you don't text back right away, but there's also something very attractive about the way you text. And how random is that? Maybe it's like you're the queen of one-liners, or you just say enough, or people just can't get you when they get you. Like, you're busy. This is also attractive. You got a life going on for yourself, you know? You're not just waiting by the phone for somebody to reach you, like, you know, to reach out. You're moving and shaking. You got like a pop in life. Like, I just feel like you're just busy, you know? Very inward, very like, you know, all about yourself in a positive way, like just trying to get yourself to where you need to be. And like, this is so admirable. I feel like people want to be like you, to be honest. You're actually inspiring people, you know, especially if you're a woman watching, you're inspiring other women to go after their dreams, because I feel like you have. You know, there could be some of you here who just don't work for anybody except for yourself. Okay, with the Tower, there could be a temper on you, okay? But it's cute, you know, and I feel like you may be one of those people who, you know, if people have picked up on this temper of yours, they've definitely tried to kind of start something with you just to kind of provoke it. I understand this because I have this. Some people have done that, you know, because I kind of have hair trigger temper. And I feel like people find it funny. So people have also tried in my life to kind of provoke something so that they could see it because they think it's hilarious. This is the same thing I'm picking up with you. There could be something very explosive, but it's funny. You know, I feel like with the Tower also too, you say stuff, you know, like you're not afraid. You know, if you see something, you say something. It could be an injustice happening, you know, next to you, or like it could be, you know, something that you feel is not right. Also, authority does not exist here. So like you're making your own rules. You're not about that. You're not about that. Yeah, no one has authority over me. I'm a free human. Yeah, that's something I'm feeling strongly with pile one. Like, kudos to you. Kudos. If that's resonating with you, like, high five through the camera, okay? This is what we need more of on Earth, okay? Because I feel like, you know, you may be actually impacting so many things around you, you have no idea. I feel like some people also find what's attractive about you is like, do you have this way of like sticking up for people? Like, if you have somebody in your life that is important to you, you will go to the end of the earth for them. There's a loyalty here that is like unmatched with anything they've ever experienced before. Like, your love is powerful. Your love is so powerful. You're so beautiful as well too, physically, you know? Some of you have a rockin' body. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care what you look like. I don't care if you're a size 2, and I don't care if you're a size 22. You've got a rockin' body. Like, your body is powerful as well too, and its energy. Just you walking like into something like a room or down a beach, I don't care where you are, it's like powerful. You're a presence in itself. Oh, wow. You know, I'm going to tell you something. This may be kind of off topic, but I feel like you were born to do like big things. Okay. And if you're like, well, I just have a business, or, you know, I'm just, yeah, this resonates with me, but I don't feel like I'm doing anything big. I'm not talking about a celebrity or being, like saving the planet. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, like, this in itself, like these character traits, these characteristics that you have, that is big. Okay. I don't, you know, as a woman myself, I can't tell you I know anybody in my, know any other women in my own life who have that. Okay. You may be a rare one, but you are really inspiring a lot of people around you, and you're very seductive, very attractive. There's just so much to like. I don't even think that I could, like, you know, how long am I going to be here for? You know, how much time do you guys have? Because the list would go on and on, but I'm just here to do like a general reading to, you know, pinpoint a few things, but I feel like with this pile, it could go on forever. There's so much. Never underestimate the power that you have. I feel like I'm being guided to say that to you. Your independent spirit is actually, it's a gift. It's a gift to everyone around you, and it's a gift to you. Because I feel like here you've just achieved so much to even like protect that space, you know, to be independent. You know, I don't know that I'm feeling like a submissive person here. I feel like this is a go-getter, you know, a person who speaks their mind and is going to like, you know, really change the world just by having those traits. So you're needed, you're really needed, and you're loved, and you're wanted, and you are idolized to some degree. I mean, maybe people might not tell you that, okay? But you are. So pile one, wow. This was your reading. Let me know what you thought. If you liked it at all, give it a like. And I wish you all the best. Take care. Hello, pile two. Okay, before we get into your reading, a couple things to note. If you'd like to reach out to me on any platform or connect with me, check the links in the description box. If there's anything that you like about this reading, or if it resonates at all, please consider liking the video. It does help me, it helps the algorithm, but it mainly helps me to gauge to see what you guys want to see more of. Okay, so let's get into your reading. Wow, what a presence. What a presence on you, pile two. I just feel like everyone loves you. I feel like who could not love you? Who could not find you attractive, you know? Who could not find you seductive? You know, you've got a lot of great qualities. And it's interesting because, you know, you may underestimate your personality, I feel like, with this pile. You know, you may not even think about it much because I think you're very humble, but you've got this humorous, sarcastic, funny, I don't know. I just feel like you're very funny, very lively with this pile. There's something about your energy that is just like you're shifting. You shift others. You shift the energy on the planet. You are doing the most with this pile. And I really do think like you don't even think about it. You know, I think it's not even something you're aware of on, you know, like to the full degree, but you're just so beautiful. And a lot of it has to do with personality. So I don't know if some of you, also, I forgot to mention, guys, this is going to be a reading for thousands of people. Not everything that I say within this pile is going to resonate with just you watching. So please understand that, you know, just take what resonates and leave the rest. But here I'm getting someone who is just very cheerful. You know, you may not be, you know, some days, but, you know, it's the only way to be. Maybe for you, you're an extremely positive person. That positivity is actually working really for you in your life, okay? You may not even know how it's getting you things or advancing you to some degree, but there's a cheerfulness with this pile. It's just, there's funny, there's good humor, good mood, good energy. You could be very adventurous as well too, you know, the type of person, you know, I meet tomorrow and I'm like, you know what, I want that person in my life. I want them at my next party. I want to go do things with them. You know, you're just very like intoxicating to be around, okay? Your most attractive qualities and your most seductive qualities is literally your energy, but it's this positivity that you have. You know, I'm just getting a person who's always smiling, who's always happy. And it may not be that, you know, like, let's be real. I'm not saying that you're a robot. You know, I think you could, you know, have some down days, but because of that positivity and knowing that, you know, if you were to go down with that mood, or, you know, it'll just make more of that. So why not just, you know, live life, you know, be happy, smile, look for the positive things in life. Your positivity is highly attractive, okay? Why would it not be attractive? I mean, if I met someone like this, I'll just want to be around you. It's just like there's a magnet. You're a magnet. You're a magnet to everything. And I don't care if this is, you know, if you're asking about a man, or how do men view you, or how do friendships view you, or how do coworkers view you. Like, it's affecting everybody the same, okay? I feel like there's also this fearlessness about you. Like, this is a very extroverted energy. The Page of Wands tells me that. You know, okay, if there's some of you here who are new and you don't really understand what's going on, and, you know, I may say some things that are just kind of outlandish or come out of left field, it's because I'm working between the tarot and my remote viewing. But I'm getting this, like, You look famous. You look famous. Are you famous? I wonder if there's some people here who are known. And I don't care if you're a YouTuber, that is some sort of a fame. But you could also look like famous. Like you look like an actress. You should have been an actress, a movie star. There's something like that as well that really pulls people in, is just like how everything just lines up, you know, with the way that you look. But you look like extra. You look extra, you know, especially with the world card as well. You could look very famous, or like you've got something, you know, like, or maybe you even tend to dress like, you know, a movie star, or you're not really about being boring, because that Page of Wands, I'm not sure if you know, but that Page of Wands is also a good dresser. I mean, can we just take a moment to like look at the card? I mean, look at, you know, him in this time period. I mean, pretty swanky, right? You have a way of putting things together, and you could be very extroverted with your fashion. You know, he's wearing a fedora. Fedoras didn't exist in that time frame. He's very swanky, and he has that cane with him, that wand. He doesn't need it, but he's wearing it for fashion. So like, you're just very put together, very like, very nice, very well pressed. You could be a really good dresser, and that could be something people find, you know, very attractive, very seductive, you know. And I feel like you know how to read a room. So, you know what to wear, how to look, you know exactly where you're going, what you're doing. And I don't care if it's that you're going on a boat, like you're going to look the part, you know? So there's a lot of effort in, I feel like, you know, the outward beauty, like your physical beauty. And people find that very admirable, you know, the extent that you would go to look good. And now that I'm thinking about it, when you look at the girl on the actual thumbnail, she looks like exactly everything I just said, doesn't she? She looks like a movie star. She's like showing up. She's at the beach. She's like, look at me, you know, in my, you know, modern bathing suit, you know. I feel like people also wonder, like, what will you wear? Like, there's a lot of emphasis on, like, what will you wear? Like, what, like, there's a fashion about you, even if it's online as well, too, with the world card. You may be actually not even aware of this, but people actually are like, what is she going to wear in her next photo? There could be a lot on fashion here, okay? And, you know, it's not like an ego thing. You know, it's not like a fake thing. This is, you know, relevant. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. If you like to dress nice and you like to, you know, be creative or do interesting different things, that is going to make you attractive. It will. You look like a model. Like, I can't get this thing out of my, like, you just look famous. Like, I want to be seen with you. I feel like even also too, if we are inquiring about lovers as well too, like they would want, you're like arm candy. Like they would want you on their arm. You look good. Like you look really good, pal too. Okay. Okay. Ace of Wands. You really go for your dreams. I feel like if you say you're going to do something, you're going to do it. There's a boldness here. There's no like teetering, flakiness. You know, you mean what you say and you say what you mean. I feel like there's also like a setting people straight as well too. So even though I mentioned that there's like a cheerfulness about you and you're funny or whatnot, you know, there's also boundaries here. So, you know, you could say something, you know, should you feel rubbed the wrong way, but when you say it, it's powerful. So again, you know, I'm not saying you're a pushover. You may have all those great qualities, but I feel like there's also something very direct about you, or when the time calls for you to be direct, you definitely go for it. Because even the page can be your words or the way that you speak or communication. And I feel like with the Wands energy, we've got 2 Wands energy here. Like there's no thinking twice, but you've got great communication skills. So I feel like when you do strike, you strike. Okay. Your hair is stunning. I don't care if it's a wig. I don't care if it's clip-in extensions. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you're bald, okay? There's something great about the top of your head. It's flirty. This is very attractive and seductive. Like your hair is even flirty. Because you see with the Ace of Wands, that can be flirtation and it can also stand for attraction. So you could be very attractive, but like you've got like something about bouncy hair, or your hair is actually is working with this attraction as well too. It's very flirty. Or maybe you do it up in a particular way. So cute. So we got the card children. Now this is going to go two ways. There could be an innocence about you. So it does stand for childlike innocence and fun. There could be something about really being able to be silly. That's very attractive. You're not super serious with this pile. You know how to have a good time, even though, like I said to you, like when you're ready to strike or when the mood calls for it, you will. With your communication, there's also something silly about you that, you know, in a world where people are so serious, I feel like you can really, and it's attractive. You know, you're free with yourself. You don't care. You know, you'll like, I don't know, dance in the street, you know, get up, you know, you hear a song somewhere. Maybe you're in like class. I don't know. But there's just something also like innocent about you that's very, very cute. And it's childlike. But you could also have children with this pile, okay? And maybe your actual children are, you know, make you more attractive because maybe they're very well behaved. Or maybe they're even well dressed, you know, just take it and go on in your mind. All the positive things that could be about, you know, your offspring could make you look more attractive as well. What is this with the lips? I'm seeing beautiful lips, but even lipstick colors, like the lipstick colors are really working. I'm seeing like maybe some pinks or even like that coral color. And I don't know if they're just showing me this. And maybe you wear black, I don't know, but there's something about the lipstick that's really working for you. You've got great lips, but the lipstick accentuates it. Oh, okay, great chest, really great chest. I don't care if they're small, medium, or large. And there's something about the necklaces that really draws attention to that area. It's just very romantic and pretty. Do you talk with your hands as well too? Are you like very lively? I'm just getting with the you know, there's an animation about you. You know, you like maybe you had coffee, although you like you're just very awake. Like, are you in the morning just very bubbly? Like I'm getting a bubbliness. Like I don't know if you're using your hands or if you're like Italians going like this, you know? Like there's just something about you being very like, you know, like if someone was to meet you or people who know you, it's like, how many coffees did you have? And you're like, no, this is natural. Like just very energetic, like high energy, happy, you know, very good space. You just present this good space about you. Like you're funny, you're easy to be around. And that's what makes you very attractive. I'm also seeing very nice skin tone. I don't care what color you are, okay? I don't care what color, what race, what ethnicity, whether you're olive, whether you're, you know, brown. It doesn't matter. There's just something beautiful and natural about the skin. It's like, I feel like it's, why am I wanting to say it looks like creamy? Like, you know, that kind of like silky, creamy, like, is it something about maybe the body butters you put on? It just looks in my mind's eye, and I don't know if, you know, I'm going too far with the detail, and maybe they just want me to say skin color. It's just beautiful, the skin tone. Look at this. She's so extra. Look at her. She's like walking down the street, and she's like flapping her arms, you know? So we have the beauty queen here. We have the shining on stage and adored. You could be a beauty, some of you could have been a beauty queen in your day. I'm not going to lie, okay? Some of you could be. You never know with these pick a cards and who's watching, but you're just on stage. Everything is a stage for you. You know, you're adored. You really are adored. And, you know, I feel like there could be parts of you that could be very, extroverted, and maybe sometimes you go a little too far, but because of that children card, you really are like, you know, not taken too seriously. You're very funny and very adored for what you bring to the table. You brighten up every room you walk into. Everyone's curious about, you know, you, what your hair is going to look like, what your outfit's going to be like, what you're going to say today. It's a lot with this pile. A lot. And, You know, everyone's just gotta love you because it's like a take me as I am. You know, there's an attitude of that. You know, I am who I am. Love me for me. You know, I'm unique. I'm different. You know, but I always mean well. You know, so you could even be like, I'm starting to see maybe even sometimes you go a little too far with things. Maybe you could be a jokey person, but no one's gonna come for you. No one's gonna be mad at you because honestly, they know you mean well. So with this pile, it's a lot. I do feel even just reading for you guys, my energy's up. I actually would love to meet you. I would really love to meet you. You would probably be that person, you know, I would just look forward to the phone calls because I'd be laughing like crazy. And with me, I like to laugh. I want you to always keep it going. Don't bore me. This pile is never going to bore anybody, okay? Ever. I don't care if I've known you for 5 years or I know you for 5 minutes. Like, you're going to have me in stitches, okay? So if there's anything that you liked about this reading pile too, or if it resonated at all, consider hitting that like button. Let me know how you are feeling about it, you know, through the comment section. I'd love to hear your feedback. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful day. Hello, pile 3. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Before we get into your reading, a couple of things to note. If you'd like to connect with me on any platform or reach out to me, please check the link in the description box. They will all be there for you. If there's anything that you like about this reading, consider hitting the like button. Let me know through the comment section. Please also understand that this is a reading for thousands of people, so not everything that I mention within this reading is going to resonate with just you watching. So please just take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, pile 3. Wow. I'm getting someone who is quite the giver. I think like there's just so much giving energy that is coming at me through these cards. It's hard to even go slow. It's hard to actually not even be overwhelmed emotionally because I'm feeling it as the receiving person. And this is how people feel when they're around you. What they find attractive about you is just how much they receive. And it could be through gestures. It could be through emotional interactions. It could be through a kind smile, a kind heart, a kind word, loving eyes. You know, I want to say something, you know, I may come off, you know, all over the place, but that's okay. You will get the gist of what I'm saying by the time this reading is done. Just bear with me. If you feel like in your life, people have always wanted to be near you, give you a hug, give you a kiss, just be close to you, you know, just physically, there could be something your body's emitting. I'm not saying that these people who want to do this or come close to you are aware of this, okay, on a conscious level. But I'm just feeling here, there's just something about, you may be a healer. That's what that is. Okay, I couldn't kind of figure out what the heck I was like picking up on. You could be a healer, an empath. Yeah. Now that I'm looking at these cards. You know, let's just go slow with the 6 of Pentacles. You know, it can represent community, gratitude, you know, giving and receiving. And I think there's something about your personality that inhibits all of that. Very open energy, very loving, very kind. I feel like you have a lot of empathy for people as well too, you know, even people that maybe not, you know, fit into a particular mode, you know, like for example, let's say you meet somebody and they have a past, or even like, I don't know, maybe they've done some bad things in their life. You're not going to judge them. You're not a judging person. I feel like you're very fair and honest and you're very understanding. This makes you very attractive, and that's why people want to be so close, you know, so close to you. Also, guys, if you're wondering, if you're new here, and you're wondering what's happening, if I kind of come out of left field with something that doesn't necessarily relate to the tarot, it's because I'm working back and forth between my remote viewing and the tarot. So just wanted you to know that. You could also, with the 6 of Pentacles, be very, very generous. You know, I feel like you've built up quite a reputation for yourself with this pile. Like you've got quite the reputation, and that could even be in your community, or people know you, or they have nothing but nice things to say. And seductive, like when we're talking about seductive traits, you could be a very generous lover as well too. Like you are, like you fulfill people, you know? That's a common theme that's running through this spread, is that you are just, you really do fulfill, you fill people's cups up, you know? Um, and that's why I'm thinking you're an empath or you're a healer, because, and, you know, I understand it can be difficult sometimes to have that type of, you know, energy within you, because you literally feel like you're just here for others. But this is the receiving end of how people feel. Like, what are your most attractive qualities? And that's just what they feel like, is like, you just, it's overflowing. Like, you know, you're there for me. People feel like you're there for me. You're honest. I feel like you feel like soul family. You know, you just feel like soul family. You feel like, I feel like I can trust you. I feel like you're honest. I feel like, you know, you're not going to switch up on me. I feel like I can tell you whatever I, you know, want to tell you. I don't feel like you'll use it against me. Just very open. You feel like home. You know, you feel like home. That's one of your most attractive qualities, is that, and you could be a bubbly person. It's not that you're just quiet. There could be some of you who are just very bubbly. So you tend to make people feel like comfortable very quickly, but you're also very supportive. You have this quality about you, like you're supportive. And that could be like, you know, if you're a friend, we have the friendship card, you know, you're just really there. You know, someone could call you, your friend could call you and at 4 o'clock in the morning and say, listen, I'm an hour away. I've got a flat tire on the highway. I need help. And you'll be there. You'll be there. You're not like hard to reach. You're easy to reach. You're available. So much so that sometimes I feel like it could be quite overwhelming, but we're not really here to talk about like that side, you know, because I know it can be hard. Listen, as a person, you know, you might want to go check out my vlog channel, because as a person who has these type of, you know, characteristics as well, I know sometimes it can get overwhelming, but this is just how others are receiving you. And I just feel like they're attracted to your energy. You're kind, you know, you're wise, you're an old soul. You feel like a friend immediately. You feel like family immediately. I think friends and family are coming through in this read as well, but I feel like I'm being told, like, do you have a group? Do some of you have a group or a following? Like, you're a leader in some way. I don't care if you have a charity. I don't care if you're on YouTube. I feel like with this pile, you are leading the way. You've got followers or something, you know, like, do you have a community? Are you an organizer? I'm being told, and I know this is off topic, but I'm being told that if that resonates with you, that fits with you, that, you know, people are watching you, whether that be for advice, or you're speaking, or you're sending knowledge through the screen, or you have a group, you're exactly where you should be. You're exactly where you should be. And if you've ever wondered if you were on the right path with that, you are, okay? That's what is being told to me. Now, the Two of Cups, you know, is interesting. You know, it's because that equal flow of mutual respect, of being emotionally fulfilled. Again, that's one of your most attractive traits. And even where we're talking about seductiveness, like your seductive traits, is that you fulfill, you know, whether it be a partner or a person, a lover, you know, emotionally, you fulfill them. You show up and you show out, like with whatever you're offering. So this is beautiful. People are fulfilled, and that's even SEXUALLY, okay, 100%. But again, I cannot like get over this community thing. Like, you're bringing people together. Kind of interesting with the friendship. Look at everybody in like doing the hand gesture. You know, I don't even know what you call this. It's like a hand, the friendship gesture. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's like a pact, right? Like, we're a pact. Listen, you're friends. You're a great friend. You really are a great friend. Your friends, they would not want to lose you. Even acquaintances is on this card as well too. So you make everyone feel like a friend. You make everyone feel like accepted, that they are loved, they're cherished, and it doesn't matter what you've got going on or if you have a past. You can always change. You can always do better. It's not like that's it for you. Like there's something very comforting about your energy. So do you find a lot of people come to you for advice as well too? Because I feel like you give great advice, and it's coming from like even like a spiritual level. I feel like you may incorporate spiritual, lingo within that as well too, about like, finding yourself or helping yourself, and how, we can always do better, or we can work with law of attraction. Like there's always hope. You're like the eternal optimist. And it feels good because you're maybe saying things that, are these people have never heard of, or you're giving them hope. And listen, if you can give people hope, you better believe you're attractive. It's not common. It's not common. I in my own life have yet to meet someone who can give me great advice. I'm usually the one giving it. And that could just because, you probably are very strong watching. I'm very strong. You're probably very strong. So maybe it's not that easy for you to go down, like that sad path, or maybe you've conquered something to some degree. So you're just kind of like, helping others now at this point. But I feel like your advice, you could make money off your advice. Like you are giving so much free therapy. Oh goodness. And that's what leads to that generosity, that kind heart, because, you don't have to. You don't have to be doing that. Okay, this is random. Maybe for one person out there, is there something about hats? I feel like you wear hats, or you have something that you put on your hair, or you have a uniqueness with your hair, or some sort of hats. This is also very attractive. It's maybe you try different things, or you try new things, or you look good in hats, but that's also I know it's very random, but that's my remote viewing coming through, okay? Wow, kind eyes, smile. Your most attractive traits, like physically, is your eyes. Your eyes are alive. Like you've got so much life inside you. Like you're just so alive, I know this sounds funny, but I don't know about you guys, but to me, I see a lot of people that look like half dead out there, like zombies, just like, I don't know, like, are you in there? Hello? Now I've kind of learned about NPCs, but anyways, that's a topic for another day. You're very alive within yourself. You're living, you're like completely present. This is also very attractive. I feel like when people talk to you, you're not shifty, you're not in a rush. You're like fully giving them the attention that they need. And I could see how that could be very attractive, because when in a world where people just don't care, I mean, wow, how unique is this, right? But your smile, you've got something in the face area that's healing people. Your eyes are healing people, and your smile. I think the moment you just lay eyes on people, or you just show up somewhere, is there times where you feel, and I'm talking to you who's watching, is there times where you feel like you're showing up places and it's like you need to be there energetically? I don't know what this is. Because you need to be there geographically to shift the whole, like, I don't know. This is a light worker thing, Maybe you feel like you're not exactly supposed to be like where you are in your environment, or you can't connect to people who, feel like you, or maybe you want to meet your soul tribe and you're like, what the heck am I doing here in this like place? Because nothing resonates with me around me. I think I'm here also, I have to tell you, you're there strategically placed to wake up, the vicinity, the energy of that environment. And if you think that you can't do it based upon just looking at people or smiling or just being there, like your presence, I would encourage you to open your mind. You can, okay? You've got a happiness that is pure as well too. It's not fake. It's real. And I'm not saying that you don't go through things. I'm not saying that, life can't be rocky or something doesn't happen to you and you're like, oh my God, what is going on? But I don't know. There's a happiness that you keep within you that just feels genuine, Maybe you don't talk about your problems. Maybe you don't have much problems, but if you do, this is not like, you're taking it out on people. You're keeping your wits about you. You're remaining positive. Like, you're optimistic, and you have a little bit of the traits from pile 2 as well with that. Yours feels a little bit more low key, but nevertheless, people can still feel it. So you're highly attractive. And as far as being seductive, like your seductive traits, I think this is also very attractive to lovers as well too, because, you're not, giving like a resting bee face. You're pleasant, you're open, you're approachable. I feel like you have a really nice set of balanced features that makes you actually quite feminine and pretty if you're a woman watching. Very approachable, but very pretty, very natural with the 6 of Cups. I feel like your energy is also open to, so if someone was to approach you, I don't feel like people would feel scared to do that. You may have a lot of people in your past, or I don't know if you're at the time of watching this married or whatnot, but everyone feels comfortable around you. And you may have at one point, or even at this moment of getting this reading, you may have a lot of people trying to get at you, trying to be a contender, for your love, romantically. Okay. I feel like you also invoke romanticism out of people as well too. People want to be nice to you. They want to give you things, surprise you with things. Maybe you also are a gift giver, I feel like with this pile too, like you never forget birthdays or something, anniversaries, like, and people are just like shocked. Like, how did you remember? Like, or they get something like a surprise, like you bake them muffins and they're like, really? Like, you were thinking about me? Like, wow, like no one cares about me, but like you remembered. There's something about brightening the day. This is also a huge gift in itself that you may be underestimating. So when you're doing all these things, maybe you think it's just you, but it's actually spirit working through you to actually heal others. Wow, I'm blown away, pile 3. I'm blown away. I'm going to really want with this pile, let me know in the comment section how you felt about this reading, if it resonated, if it did, also give it a like. But wow, powerful. You're really here for a purpose. You're here to shift the energy within people and the planet. And I don't know what else to say. Like, I mean, kudos, high five through the screen. You're just really doing the most. And I could feel here with this pile, sometimes it could get very energetically draining, but you just keep going. So you've got a willpower on you, and you're just shifting everything around you. I just hope you know that. Okay. All right, pile 3, take care. Have a wonderful day. Hello, pile 4. Okay, before we get into your reading, a couple things to note. If you'd like to connect with me on any platform, including booking a private reading, check the links in the description box. They will be all there for you. If there's anything that you like about this reading, if it resonates even one bit, or you like it at all, please consider liking the video. It does help me. It helps the algorithm, but it definitely helps me as a reader to gauge, to see what my viewers want to see more of. Please also understand that this is a reading for thousands of people. Not everything I say within this one spread or this one pile is going to be able to just resonate with you. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, if you're wondering what's happening here, if you're new here, I am working between my remote viewing and my tarot reading, the tarot cards, okay? We're going back and forth. If something comes out of left field that you don't really understand, that is my tarot, my remote viewing coming through. If you're also wondering why there's a wand running through these 2 cards, it's just to protect the images. Unfortunately, the images are a little provocative, so I have to do that. But let's get into it. Now, pile 4, I really want you to be very patient with me, because I feel like with this one, it's on a different level. And I'm thinking now that we're on the 4th pile, I mean, I don't know what pile 5 will say, but this is giving the most energy. So much so that I feel like I can't even breathe, okay? Yes, readings will affect readers just like that. But that's just how I feel. So I'm already feeling like tense, and that I need to go slow. So just bear with me, okay? I feel like this pile, the subject is, what are your most attractive and seductive qualities? I feel like there's a lot of envious energy here within this spread. you could be a very envied person. You may be very aware of this. And, you know, at the time of receiving this reading, you're like, I'm aware. I feel it. I've felt it since day one. I just feel like people get or become extremely weak around you, extremely weak. They feel weak. You are very SCXY. I don't care what you look like. And please don't ever say that to yourself, you know, when you're getting a reading from me or any other person. Don't just, you know, dismiss and say, oh, really? Like, we're not talking about societal standards. We're just talking about you. And this could be your energy, your physical beauty, you know, your vibe, you know, it's just all incorporated. You know, it goes to any degree, but I just feel like with this one, you know, you have the devil here, the star, I mean, the 8 of Swords. You make people feel extremely weak, like they become someone they don't even know who they are. It could be that they are very attracted to you, and I don't care even if this is a friendship or someone who's the same SEX as you. People become obsessed. They become obsessed with the devil. I just feel like I can't get enough. Like, I'm very attracted. And it's funny because I know we're here to like talk about what are these traits, but it might be something invisible. It might be something invisible. Like, people can't even put their finger on why they're so attracted to you or why they feel like, I can't breathe. You know, people who come into contact with you, it's interesting because, you know, you were only supposed to get 2 cards. So every other pile got 2 cards on the bottom. You got 3. Now, this karma one really popped out, okay? Toxic story, new opportunities. I feel like a lot of the people who come into contact with you have some sort of, there's like a residual energy, or they could be karmics. I feel like you've picked up a lot of karmics in this life. The people who I feel like become very codependent on you or obsessed with you or become like very weak around you or even like stalkerish, there could be something here like that's a little deeper. Now, we're not completely here, you know, today to read on that. I just feel like I think these people are remembering you. So do you remember when I said people become obsessed and they may not even know why? It could be something along those lines too, like where it's something coming from another life. Okay. I think people can become very toxic with you. Because of these attractive qualities that you have, or these seductive qualities, maybe people haven't been very nice as well either. I don't know that, like, you know, in previous piles, it was like what people liked about you, what made them feel good. I feel like with your traits, people have been both nasty and nice, like mean and nice. I'm getting like equal on both sides. I'm going to say something as well too. You could be like, when you actually have intimate relations with people, this also could be something, a reason, like when we get a taste of you, we just cannot leave you alone. You know, we're here to talk about seductive qualities, whatever you're putting down in the background or the bedroom. This is, you know, to a very high degree. Like, you know, I'm finding it hard to find words. I feel like I've become obsessed with this. And if I get a taste, I want more. Now, it's interesting. Get a lot. Oh goodness. What is this? You've got a lot to envy. You've got a lot to envy. And I'm getting, again, that the SEX is electrifying. Like, you could hook a person. You could hook a person. And I'm hearing not always in the best way. It could be even in a dark way, a darkness, like the darkness, like not exactly positive. But what's interesting about the 8 of Swords too is you like have this way about you where you like exude like powerlessness, you know, a saving kind of thing. Sometimes you get off this thing, and I'm not saying that it's factual. People feel like you look like you need help, or they want to be nice to you. I don't know if this is, I think you're very powerful, but there's something about the 8 of Swords that people get this misconstrued thing, like they need to like save you, or that you're powerless, or you know, like that Cinderella vibe in a way. I don't know what that is. And I'm not saying that you're sitting there and you're a weak person and you don't fight for yourself or talk back. I just feel like people become so obsessed. They want to kind of like own you in a way, save you, help you, like want to be nice. But there's always like this energy of darkness behind it. You know, it just feels like that to me, you know? Um, what is this? Okay, you could be very passive in love as well too. That could be also Eight of Swords energy, but people find that very attractive. And not just in love with like lovers, but even like people you meet. I'm getting like a detachedness. This detachedness that you have, and I don't even get that you're playing games, it actually is very attractive. I feel like the more you pull away or the more you're a distant person is the more people want to like sink their claws into you. This detachedness is what makes you extremely attractive as well too. You just are not easy. You're not easy to get. You don't answer the phone. Like if you don't, you know, if that person doesn't call you, you don't call them. You know, there could be something also too, people feel like you're very busy or you're taken or you've got things going on. I feel like there's like a closed offness, like you're not exactly an open book. And there's a mystery as well too, you know, that leaves people enthralled. But it's interesting because these qualities that you have, I'm getting a very big, strong emphasis on light and dark. Some people take it really well, and at other people it turns dark. So I'm wondering with this pile, if you've had a lot of people in your life become maybe aggressive, violent, stalkerish type, become, you know, a lot like try to attach to your energy. I mean, hell, this could be even energetic vampires. But let's kind of like, you know, because with the star, I feel like you make people feel very vulnerable and that they have a connection with you, even though you don't feel it. So you have this way of provoking a connection when it's not even like a thing. And I understand this because sometimes it could just be as simple as this. You know how like when you're a friendly person or you're like, hello, blah, 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 and you're nice to maybe a person who's never, you know, nobody talks to them. And that person becomes obsessed all of a sudden because they're like, oh, look, someone's being nice to me. Or maybe you're just a bubbly person. You're like polite and people take it the wrong way. You know, it could be like that as well too. That's happened to me before. I can't tell you in my life how many guys thought that I had a crush on them just because I was so, you know, polite. I don't believe in being rude. And I feel like that as well too. It's like these people feel you're able to like provoke some sort of connection and a vulnerability within them. And this is what makes them act the way they act towards you. So you could be very sought out. You could be very like, people want to seek you out. You know, it's like maybe you go places and people just come up to you, or they want to, maybe they use like, I'm seeing like people complimenting. And I'm not saying that your outfit is not something worthy to compliment. I just feel like they're using in a dark way any reason, which may not even be like, when I say dark, I mean it's not like a legit, honest way to come up to you to kind of like insert themselves. So I feel like you're sought after. You go places, you go to a club. It's like you're not even there for 5 seconds and people are just showing up trying to buy you a drink. Let's move because this is very heavy. Let's move down here. Work, profession, college, workplace. You could have something about you, like there's something very respectful about your work, what you do for work, like the way you show up. You know, maybe you show up and you're like, I've got this going on for myself, or I'm in the process of getting my PhD, or yeah, I stay busy. I'm always about education. That's also very attractive, but it's also seductive too, because I feel like you're an asset. So if we're talking about love, people would find that very seductive because it's like you're not a dumb person. Let's just be real, okay? Also too, with the toxic story, that flew out. So I was like, should I put it back? I don't know. I think with this one, we need to leave it out. I think you could have a lot of great qualities that are purposely put in your life to have. And I don't even know, I don't even have the time, guys, to go deep into that, about what that may be. You know, hopefully when you hear that, you understand it. And it could be like good looks. It could be maybe you're working things out with particular people, and those are the people who like find, the ones who have been like maybe very aggressive in your life, wanted to attach, maybe felt codependent to you. It could feel like that, like just it's toxic. Like your traits work sometimes in a dark way. Like you probably sit there and just like, why is this happening to me? Because I feel like this detachment that you have, or that you're busy or you're doing your own thing, it's genuine. It's not like you're playing games. So you don't really even know how to be any other kind of way. But you're like, why does it have to be like this? Why does it have to be so intense? Like, why do my traits have to invoke this from people? Like, why do people have to feel like this about me? Why can't I just be subtle? Look at this with the passion. You're invoking passion out of people, chemistry, passionate feeling. People, okay, that guy is holding her a little too tight. I'm sorry. She doesn't even look like she's doing that in the same capacity back, but he is like holding on to her for dear life. I just feel like you bring the passion. You're a vixen, you're seductive, you're all of that. And I feel like, again, when people get a taste of you, it's like, I don't know if we can come back from that, Okay, I'm seeing eyes. You've got some, it's like, I don't know if they look like glass. What is this? Your eyes are like watery, glassy, mesmerizing. I'm getting stuck in your eyes. I don't know if it's the way you play your eyes up. It looks amazing. It's like, I don't know if some of you even put a lot of black around the eyes or do a cat eye. This is so attractive. I can't speak. So do you find people can't look at you in the eye, or if they do talk to you, they get stuck in your eyes? There's something, and it's interesting because I'm being told the eyes are the window to the soul. So you actually hold a lot of power in your eyes. Sorry, I'm seeing with the devil. They're telling me the word hedonism. I don't know if this is two things, okay? I don't know if you either don't wear much clothes, and this is also what makes you so seductive, is that you're really SEXY dresser, or if you're very free with yourself. So, sometimes, I know when I was like, in my early 20s, I couldn't believe how many, girls were asking me like, hey, when you're with somebody, do you take the sheets with you to the washroom? And I was like, no. I'm not knocking people who do that. I'm just saying there could be something about that being very attractive, like how free you are with yourself. It doesn't matter what you weigh, what you look like. You're just like, this is me. I can't show you, but the girl on the star card, she's very curvy. She's not exactly like, like a twig, okay? But she's there showing up, in nature, just pouring those water barriers like, I'm free, So there could be something about that as well too. Like you look, or you give the impression like you're very free with your body, and it wouldn't take much for you to express yourself, you wouldn't have to come out of a shell. And I'm talking about SEXUALLY, okay? The hips, wow, I'm getting a lot with the body here as opposed to all the other piles. There's a lot with the hips and the stomach shape. So there's something about the hip area. You've got a nice shape on you. This is very attractive. And I'm seeing an exotic beauty. I don't care if you're Eastern European. There's something very beautiful about you in a foreign way. Do you get a lot of people who ask you, like, what is your nationality? What do you, look like, or not what do you look like what is this, like, are you mixed with this, or what is your nationality? I can't, it's so different, something like that. Or it could be as simple as like maybe playing up your features, maybe you don't have black hair, but you dye your hair black, and it brings out something else. Like maybe it makes your eyes pop. There's just something here of like a exoticness, and it's really hot. It's really hot. Oh goodness. Okay, I gotta stop because wow, this is becoming overwhelming, but not just that. I don't want to be unfair to the other piles because your pile is the one I've went the furthest with time-wise. So I'm gonna stop here. You've got it going on, okay? Maybe even to some extent a little too much where it becomes uncomfortable at times, but hey, it is what it is. Wow. Let me know, with this pile, if that resonates, let me know the feedback. I love reading your guys' comments. Take care, guys. I wish you all the best. Hello, pile 5. Okay, before we get into your reading, a couple of things to note. If you'd like to connect with me on any other platform, including booking a private reading, check out the links in the description box. If there's anything that you like about the reading or if it resonates at all, please consider liking the video, comment. I love reading your comments. Also, please note that this is a reading for thousands of people. Not everything that I say within this reading is going to resonate with just you. So please take what resonates and leave the rest. Wow, Pile 5. Wow. You know, I mean, let's just show this card. Let's just show this card. I feel like what attractive qualities or seductive type of qualities do you have? You are definitely doing the most with this pile. I feel like people really want to be nice to you. I really do. I felt, you know, it doesn't have to resonate, but for some of you, I felt like a lot of air signs picked this. I don't know why. I was getting an emphasis with like Libras and Aquarius or Geminis, but it doesn't have to be. I just feel like you've got a youthful type of vibe going on for you. It's very fresh, you know? Very fresh, refreshing to meet somebody like you, to be around somebody like you. You know, you're definitely that person that's going to pick up the energy in the room, you know, and I don't know to what degree what that, you know, means, whether that be that you're funny, maybe you just have a great energy about you. It's not about that. It's just, I really do feel strongly like there's something about picking up the energy. And it's interesting here, you know, with the young female. I don't care if you're 60 watching this, like you've just got a youthfulness to you, you know. You are a lot younger than what people like feel you are. I think you look really great, especially with the Empress. You know, there's a lot of like envied qualities, but in a positive way. Like I just feel like with this one, as opposed to like pile 4, you know, where there was some darkness coming through, this feels really like light, you know, really light. Again, I just want to say refreshing. Like you're refreshing to be around. You're youthful, you're vibrant, you know. Kind of strange also too, guys, if you're new here, if you're wondering what I'm doing, if I kind of pick up something out of left field, that's just my remote viewing coming through. So I'm working between the tarot card and remote viewing. And I feel like when you're entering rooms, or if you're, you know, even people, you're around people that you've known, there's something about, you bring something with you into the room. It's like a lightness. It's yellow. I don't know if your aura is yellow, because I'm seeing a lot of yellow through here, but I also feel like it's very light, like even white, or like the purest form of aura you can think of. And I don't know all of them. You know, if you're yellow or if you're pink or purple, same thing can apply to you. It's just, it's the purest form. And, you know, you just like, another attractive quality that's coming through is like just really being content with where you're at, you know, being content with life. You genuinely give off the vibe and the energy that like you're happy, you know. I know that sounds like, you know, well, I have bad days. Yeah, I know, we all do. We're on Earth, okay? I get that you have bad days, but I don't think you take it to a degree where you're moody or you're miserable or you're trying to pass it on to others. I feel like that. And I'm hearing this phrase, when life throws you lemons, make lemonade. And I don't know if that's something that maybe one person out there like literally says, or if that's just symbolic for some sort of catchphrases. Because I'm just feeling like an upbeat energy here where you could be like the queen of quotes, positive memes. Maybe you're even sending them to other people. Like that's just what people find very attractive, is that you can always just have the right thing to say at the right time. You are sending me things that I need to hear, or something you sent me came through at the right time, or literally you say the things I need to hear. And it feels like it's nurturing. It doesn't feel like it's a bit rough or abrasive. You know, with the Empress, I feel like it's very motherly. And you may feel like a mother. I don't care if it's your friends who are the same age as you. Like, you are very nurturing and you have this vibe. Like, it's like, you know, you're taking care of me, you think of me, you check in with me. It's like a mom, even though we're like the same age, you know? But, you know, with the Ace of Cups sitting next to the Empress, I mean, wow. Like, if you're a woman watching, you've got like self-love. down packed, and people, they can feel that you know how content you are with who you are. And you're a woman. Like, if you're a woman watching, like, you're a woman. You're not a little girl running around in a big girl body. Like, you know who you are. You know who you are. People can feel that you know who you are. You know what you like, what you don't like, what you'll put up with, what you won't put up with. It's like you may even have this solid foundation where you're not even at a point anymore where you're dealing with crap, you know, like, you're not attracting karmics, you're not attracting toxic situations. Like, you somehow leveled up with the Empress, and people can feel that, you know. You may be a very wise person as well too because of this, so people tend to gravitate towards your energy. But you're very likable, very likable. Kind of interesting with the Three of Cups. We've got like this theme of parties. What is this? Why do I feel like I'm seeing pretty surroundings? Is there something about decorations, or like an eye for detail, or there's something about like gifts? Like, you have an artistic type of thing. Like, you just know how to make everything look pretty. You can zhuzh up a room. You can make the most basic gift look like something spectacular with maybe it's wrapping, or maybe like you have a way with words. You have a creativity with the Empress, and I don't know to what degree. Obviously, it will vary person to person with who's watching. Some people could be their words. Some people could be like actual, like, you know, decorating, you know, maybe their home, or maybe you just, with that Three of Cups, like, have this way of, you could throw a good party. Like, you could throw like a real good party. And I mean, like, even like those themed ones, you could go to the nines with that. People are just like, where does this creativity come from? Like, you are a creator with the Empress, but not just for those types of things. Like, you're co-creating your whole life. So you might be the manifestation queen of your group or with people who know you. And it's like you're wearing that crown, and maybe everybody around you is just trying to figure out how it can rub off on them, you know, get to know you enough that you can teach them. Like, I don't know, there's something with that, you know. Interesting stories too, I'm seeing here. Why stories? Interesting stories. Have you lived a full life? And I don't care if you're 25, but do you have like some pretty insane stories, or interesting stories, or something along, like, I'm just seeing like a great storyteller, or someone who knows how to speak eloquently, or knows how to put together something. Like, there's something with that, but I'm not being able to like catch everything with that. So maybe that whoever that resonates with, it will. But what is this? You make people feel like, okay, listen, this pile is really emitting a lot of abundant type energy off of them. People want to be nice to you, okay? You are attracting, it's so funny, I haven't said this yet, but with this pile, we're talking about your attractive qualities. We're going a little deeper here with you guys. I think because of the way that you are what you attract is what I'm hearing. You are what you attract. You're full of abundance, and this is why you're getting so many things. This could just be, you know, symbolic for, you know, roses and gifts and maybe invites. Maybe people like you. They want to be friends with you. Do you see how she has all this type of energy that's emitting off of her on the card? You're totally attracting what you are. People love you. They want to be nice. They want to be nice to you. Very pretty too, very pretty. And I'm getting here like a natural beauty, because with the young female, I feel like you just have this youthful look. And I don't care if you're taking Botox, this applies to you too. But you have a freshness, like you always look like hip, modern, young. You know, this is not a wilting willow. This is not someone who's like, oh, let me lose myself. No, you are very, very pretty, maybe even athletic too. And there's also an emphasis on the body. Maybe there's a lot about your body that is very, you know, is very attractive. Like, it's very seductive, you know, it's natural. The Empress is a little bit, you know, she can be curvaceous as well too. She can inhibit, like, you know, the more beautiful feminine side of a woman, in the sense of like, you know, the curves and the naturalness. And, you know, she doesn't try hard. I don't think that you do. I feel like there's something very effortless here. Okay, I'm seeing beautiful teeth, beautiful white teeth, like, but there could also be something unique about your teeth. So if there's even one tooth that's a little bit off, it actually works for you. It's not even one of those things where people look and they're like, oh, that one tooth, I wish I could just straighten it. No, it actually works to your advantage. And dimples, there's a lot going around the mouth area. The dimples also too. Your friends really adore you. You know, I'm getting here an alpha. You're an alpha. You're either an alpha male watching or an alpha female. You're the leader, but your friends adore you. It's so funny with the Three of Cups because it stands for good times in the air. You're a good time. You know, everybody wants you, you know, at their party. Everybody, you know, you're like the first to put on the invitation list. Again, you uplift the room. It's like when let's say your name is Sarah and you're like, oh, Sarah's here. Oh, now the party started, you know? You're also very confident as well too. I'm seeing a person who's walking around maybe a party. Maybe they showed up at a party, and don't take this too literal. This is just remote viewing. It's how it's shown to the reader. Maybe you're coming into a room and you've just showed up at a party where you don't know nobody, but you know how to hold your own. You're a conversationalist. You're, what's this word? Like, you've got like social skills down packed, but you're also quite educated. You know what to say, what not to say. You can read a room, and you can also work with any room. I'm seeing as well too. This is also very attractive. I feel like nobody needs to worry about you. You know, when they bring you somewhere, you could literally get down, you know, in Beverly Hills, and you could also get down in maybe even Compton, okay? It's the same thing. Like, you're adaptable. You also represent quality time. I feel like people like to spend quality time with you. You are that. You are quality time. This is like a rare jewel. You're a rare jewel. I'm hearing rare jewel. Why am I hearing that? Also, you could be very influential. Okay, I'm not, you know, let's take it down to 3D a bit here. I'm not going to lie. Some of you could have, you know, be a connection in itself. And I don't mean connection like in 5D. I mean like an oppressive connection, you know, like, oh, her, yeah, she could get you into, you know, if you're friends with her, she could get you into all the, like the places. You know, if you were with her, she'd get you in the door, something along those lines. You could also be a mother and a wife. I have to say that with the Empress. There could be something very attractive about you, like you hold your own, you can do all of this, and be a mom and wife. It's like shocking, I think, for some people when they find out that you're a mom or wife, because you may have that very youthful look, and then someone finds out you have a 16-year-old and they're like, what do you mean? You look like 26. How do you have a 16-year-old? Like something along those lines. But you could also be influentially also taken, married. You have a status about you. You know, the Empress sits on that throne for a reason. Let's not underestimate her. You know, also with the Strength card as well, too, there may have been a lot of battles in your past that you've overcome with grace and compassion. You see, the overall theme from this reading for me is that, you know, life may have happened to you. Obviously, it does to everybody, but you have not let it take you down like any kind of road, you know, wrong road. You know, you're all about like strength. You're all about beauty. You probably have a really good handle on, you know, understanding the law of attraction and how to, you know, work with that and, you know, be in your best, you know, space possible. This is why you've probably worked on yourself, or you've come into your own, or you've accepted yourself for who you are with the self-love Ace of Cups. And that's what's exuding all of this. So I feel like with this pile, wow, this was the pile to pick, honestly. Yeah. Because I feel like we're talking about what makes you attractive and seductive. You are what you attract. So everything that's good in your life and positive is because you are literally walking it, okay? You're not just talking it, you're walking it. And you are seductive. You are seductive. Why would you not be? You've got everything going on for yourself. I'm not trying to sit here and say that you don't have bad qualities. I mean, check back in my, you know, playlist. I'm definitely a reader who will look into the dark side of your personality or your shadow side. I don't neglect that. But just for the sake of this reading, we're looking at positive, and there's a lot here, okay? And it mainly has a lot to do with because of how you've grown into your womanhood and, you know, the work you've done on yourself, and you're just in a really good space, and people can feel it all around. And that equates into kind of wanting to be nice to you, wanting to have you, you know, around, you receiving a lot. You know, I'm going to say another thing. Your youthfulness might also be the reason for that. So I don't know if you guys are aware, but when you're actually in a good space in life and you've gotten rid of chaos and you are just like literally like totally present with who you are as a person and you're vibing, that will also make you look younger. It's 100% a fact, okay? 100%. So I think this is also, again, like what you're attracting by who you are, okay? By the way that you act, behave, authentically are. So wow, pile 5. I mean, what more can I say? I could go on forever, but this was your pile. And you are just doing the most here. So congratulations if this is resonating. I'm very happy for you. As a person who has found this myself, I understand it completely. And when other people tell me that they feel like they're in this space, I say, good for you. Congratulations. So I wish you all the best. Take care, guys.